What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Good Time, the movie preceding Uncut Gems from the Safdie brothers, has a very similar feel to Uncut Gems, which I loved that movie. It was a crazy, stressful ride. One of the best performances from Adam Sandler. I talked about it in previous episodes, so you want to hear me talk about that movie, go back and check it out now. But this is the movie that came out 2017. So a couple years before, and very similar. This one's starring Robert Pattinson, based in New York. Aesthetically very similar to Uncut Gems, tonally very similar. You're going on a very stressful ride about, this time instead of a jeweler, this is, the Robert Pattinson plays a criminal. He's him and his special needs brother uh, rob a bank. They use these crazy masks that make them look like black dudes, which was interesting. Like the prosthetics that they used to for the bank robbery, they go in with a note and they get money, and then on their getaway, the ink thing explodes and they're on the run. And his brother gets caught by the cops and gets put in prison. His special needs brother, and so he is now on a mission to try and break his brother out. And it's just definitely a very stressful movie to watch. Kind of, you see in a lot of ways, you see, I don't know, you kind of have a feeling where things are going in a lot of instances. So it gets to a point, like they show his brother, he gets like caught in the crossfire of a fight in jail, and gets taken to a hospital. I don't know exactly how Robert Pattinson's character knows that his brother is at a hospital, but he ends up going to break him out of the hospital, and he ends up just like super intense. Like all the acting's great. It's all like very like you're following this dude who's just kind of putting things together on the fly. Very similar in a lot of ways to Uncut Gems, where it's just like it has that momentum going, and you have the feeling that these characters are just making it up as they go. So super interesting, super, helps evoke a lot of stress. So he's going to break his brother out. He successfully does it, gets a ride, and ends up getting the help from another old lady, where he's like sneaks onto this shuttle bus from the hospital, and ends up getting dropped off near this old lady who is also on the shuttle bus with her like elderly dad or whatever. And he ends up there with his brother at this old lady's house, just like made up a story like I'm locked out. He's trying to get, like, the whole thing is him trying to get money to pay off like a debt that he has. That's why he was stealing the money. And now he was trying to get money to get his brother out on bail. That didn't work out. So now he's broke him out of the hospital. But he still needs, like, he finds out, I forget so he's at this house, which is a crazy thing, because then there's like this girl there that's like 16, and he's like just manipulated these people to like let him stay there with his brother while he tries to find out where to take his brother, because he's all fucked up, and they need to I don't the plan to go get the cash or whatever. um and and then you find out that the brother is not the brother, that he accidentally broke the wrong person out of the hospital. And it just, like, you have this like intense ride, and then it just takes a turn. It takes a turn, and it's not like a bad turn. It's just like, oh shit. Like that whole scene, he's trying to distract the girl that's there by making out with her. It's like a very, very, like, just just creepy, disgusting kind of just, it makes you feel disgusting watching it, because he's like making out with this 16-year-old, and he's, I don't know what, like in his 30s or whatever. And he's a dirty, like just a dirty, grimy dude anyway. Um, but there's this scene where you hear his brother wake up and he's like freaking out because he's like, I don't know how I got here. Where am I? And then you find out that it's not his brother, and you're like, holy shit. And they're all holy shit. Like it's a movie that does a good job at like laying you, like taking you through this journey. So he then needs to like take this guy back to the hospital, but of course the hospital is full of cops. But while they're on this ride, he's telling him like the last thing he remembers how he was just fucked out of his head on drugs, and he was with his friends who were selling acid, and there was this 7-Up bottle of acid, and they got caught at this amusement park or whatever, just fucked out of his head, and they stashed the money, they stashed the acid, and so they have an idea when they see the hospital is covered with cops. It's like, well, let's go find, because he's still trying to get that money, because he's got to get his brother out of prison still, because now his brother's obviously still in prison, and he's like, it's just like this crazy ride. This is crazy ride, and then they go to the amusement park, and shit happens at the amusement park. The security at the amusement park is great. I don't know if it is, and I'm sorry if it's maybe it's racist, but it seems like it was the Somali pirate from Captain Phillips, the one I'm the captain now guy. It's a dude that looks just like him, if not the same dude. But he plays the security guard at this amusement park and does a great job almost as a security guard up until a point, and then he fucks up. And it's just a crazy movie. A crazy movie that's like super intense, but at the end, the way it all ends is satisfying. It has a very satisfying end to it, where it's like things worked out in a way that were best for everybody involved, I guess. But I really enjoyed the end, and I'm excited to see what these guys do next, because it's just like, it would be interesting maybe if they changed, did a different type of movie. But they have a feel and a style. You can almost tell the Safdie brothers that, like, if you're just watching either of these movies, that it's the same people that made the same brothers that made Uncut Gems made this one. But it's fun. I enjoyed the stressful ride of Uncut Gems. I also enjoyed the stressful ride of this. The main character, it's like you're not really rooting for anybody. You're just on this ride, so you're not necessarily attached emotionally. Like his connection to his brother, you can kind of feel that. That's kind of the only positive emotion that you would have. But then when you find out that that's not even a situation, that he broke the wrong dude, it's just when that happens in the movie, where he finds out that he broke the wrong person out of the hospital, it's just like, you went through all of that and it wasn't even the right dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I enjoyed it, and it's on Netflix right now. Good time. Highly recommend it, especially if you've seen Uncut Gems, or if you haven't seen Uncut Gems but you want to get a taste for what Uncut Gems is like. Definitely check out Good Time by the Safdie brothers on Netflix. It was a fun, stressful ride that you will enjoy if that's the type of movie you like. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Go buy my artwork over at InspiredDisorder.com and save 25% when you use coupon code RTS. Follow me on social media at Ray Taylor. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Make sure you wash your hands. Have a happy pandemic. Have a peace out.